Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Teachers Wisdom. So today our topic is project method. Project method is one of the modern method of teaching in which the student's point of view is given importance in designing the curricula and content of the studies. It is a result of John Dewey philosophy of education, which is known as pragmatism or experientialism, or the principle of learning by doing. In this strategy, pupils perform constructive activities in natural condition. A project is list of real life that has been imparted into school. It demand from the pupils. So basically, project method is basically activity based learning. It focus on learning by doing, and it focus on experimental learning. It develop your creative skills and problem solving skills also. According to Kilpatrick, a project is a wholehearted, purposeful activity proceeding in a social environment. According to Sir John Dewey, what is to be taught should have a direct relationship with the actual happening in life. This central idea forms the core basis of project method. So I can say that in the project method, the activity is chosen from the real life of the children. The project is not theory, it is an activity problem. Here, the child is not required to learn the lesson by heart. In this method, he would really do and learn. The child will be active both physically and mentally. Children are provided opportunity to work and play. So it should be noted here that project must be problematic act, not merely an ordinary act. Principle of project method. First is principle of purpose. A good project is always purposeful and has a clear-cut goal. The pupil of follow the project just to reach the goal. So knowledge of purpose is to a great stimulus which motivate the pupil to achieve the goal. So purpose basically motivates the learning. If there is no purpose in any project, so that project will be aimless and it will definitely lack the interest. Principle of activity. A child is active by nature. He loves activity. So you can say that the instinct of curiosity, construction and self-assertion make him active by nature. So opportunity should be provided to the child to be active and to do things for himself. So they are allowed to do, to live and to learn through doing. Principle of experience. Experience is the best educator. First hand experience is the basis of learning in project method. Next is your principle of freedom. There should be freedom at all stages in the project. Children should choose, plan, execute a project without interference of any external authority. Their mind must be free. Principle of reality. Real present is always more meaningful and significant for the child than the buried past and hazy future. So we educate the children for real life. So it can be done only by bringing real life in the program of education. Principle of social experience. Yes, that experience must be helps in social participation of child. Then principle of correlation. There must be relationship between educational implication and real life situation of the child. Then next is principle of utility. Principle of utility is very important. It focus on the useful and practical aspect of the knowledge. Experience and knowledge gained through project ensure utility because they are carried out under natural conditions. is kinds of project. There are four types of project. First is your producers type, when the student constructs something material like soap, hut, etc. Consumer type, where the students may get an experience and enjoy reading a poem, listening a story, watching television, etc. Then we have third, drill type, when it is aimed at acquiring efficiency in some activity like skill in swimming, singing. And last is problem type, when the main purpose is to solve the problem involving the intellectual processes such as determining the density of a liquid, etc. Steps of project method. First is providing situation. First of all the teachers has to provide suitable pupil centered interesting situation. It means that the teacher is to provide such situation according to the need, interest, aptitude and attitude of the child. Choosing and purposing. After the situation has been provided, the next step is to choice of the good project. Purposing is very important. It is the center round which is project move. The project select must be have some satisfying and definite purpose. Next is your planning. After a suitable choice has been made, the next step is to prepare a plan for execution of the project. Good planning leads to better result. So entire planning should be done by the pupil under the guidance of the teacher. Executing, when the plan is ready, the teacher should encourage the pupil to put into practice. Basically it require a lot of hard work. The whole project is to be executed through the cooperation effort of all the students. Then evaluating. Evaluating is basically judging your work. After the completion of the project, the teacher should be asked to review their work. Lesson must be learned from the mistakes that have been made in the various steps. Then next is and last is recording. All the pupil should maintain a project work in, they should put down a complete record of all the activities connected with the project. The choice of the project, its planning, its discussion, duties, references, etc. Essential of a good project. It must be useful. Project should be useful and children should feel that it has some utility for them. Then it must be interesting. It must be economical. They should not unnecessarily tax the energy and pocket of the student. There should be the least wastage of time. Timely. The project should be related directly to the lesson and vocation interest of the child. Then challenging. The project must not be too simple and easy or not too long and difficult. They should be challenging. Rich in experience. Project should be rich in experience. They should provide experiences of high standard, including social and character training. Maximum activity. The project should have a maximum number of activities so that all participants may be able to have due share of experiences. Availability of resources. Resources must be available related to the activity. The pupil should be able to handle it without difficulty. And last is cooperativeness. The cooperation is very important. The project should provide opportunity to the student to think and plan independently as well as cooperatively. Agencies of project method: teacher, school, curriculum, method of teaching, discipline, and democracy. Now we'll discuss merits of project method. It's psychological method because it is related with your brain. Your mental exercise is done in this method. It is permanent education. When you are doing any work by yourself, learning by doing, then that knowledge will be permanent and long term knowledge. Developing of thinking, it develop your thinking skills, it develop your critical thinking, respect for dignity of labor. The work you have done will be appreciated by your friends and your teacher also, and self appreciation can be done. Correlation with the real life, this is one of the major merit of project method, that it is related with your real life situations. It develop tolerance power in the child, it give practical knowledge to the students, and it basically emphasis on the learning by doing. Demerits of project method: it is time consuming, neglects timetable because lot of time is already given for one project, provides scattered knowledge, not suitable for social studies, it is expensive, lack of experts are there, need of experienced teachers, suitable for small group, and syllabus cannot be completed on time. Role of teacher in project method: in basically teacher play passive role. She play role as a guide, friend, and philosopher, you can say. A teacher encourage student to work collectively in group, help students, guide student to avoid the mistakes. In this method, a teacher encourage the shy and weaker student to work with their classmates. Teacher must suggest better techniques to be used in their project if it is a failure. Teacher should always remain alert and active during execution. A teacher must be well, real, and informed so that she could help student in successful completion of the project. A teacher must motivate student to give their wholehearted cooperation. A teacher must help student in proper planning of project and also inform them about pros and cons of it. A teacher should supply clues and provide information about sources of the material for project. Teacher should help the student to evaluate the project. So basically, a teacher play a very important role, whether her play role is a passive, but still under her guidance only student will be able to complete their project successfully. I also made video on storytelling method, discussion method, and problem solving method. So if you are interested, you can check these videos on my channel. You can subscribe my channel, and if you like my video, you can like and share my video too. Thank you so much for listening me.